Hey guys, I just thought I'd give you some other ideas to do with rowers, so you're not obviously doing cardio, but some other options as well that I had done before with my Pilates clients. Make sure you're warm, make sure you don't have any injuries. If you're unsure about anything, contact me and I'll run you through it. Even could do a face-to-face, online of course, face-to-face, if you want to. Okay, so the first one is simple little lunges. So you're going to have one foot by the side of the row, other foot on top, and you want to row back and drop. Now, because I'm already hitting the back, and I've got short little legs, I'm going to have to hop a bit further forward. Get your body weight going backwards. And then it becomes a nice little running action. You can come up each time if you want to, and then drop down. Normal running arms, or you may prefer to stay down and just pump it. Obviously doing the same amount on either side, focusing on the stability of this knee and this hip. So if your knee is all over the place, try and keep it more stable. Good. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I've just been for a run, so my legs are saying, what are you doing? So again, find your position. Nice and stable through this knee, strong through the belly, pelvic floor lifted. Bring it back, bring it in. Slow if you want, up, jump it down, extending that back leg. A little quicker if you prefer. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay, you can do as many of those sets and reps as you want to. This next one's one of my favourites actually. I'll give you 2 levels of it. I get a bit tired for the wrist, so I've actually got a little bit of foam padding here to put right there. Dogs are optional with this workout. Okay, so you're going to start by kneeling on the rower. Get your knees either side of the indent, hands on the ground. Now again, if you're really long, you'll bring your arms out further. You're going to row back and come in. So my feet are in the air, strong through the shoulders, belly tight, like doing knee rolls on the football. Tucking that tail under. So I'd call this level 1, it may be sufficient for you. Make sure you're bringing your pelvic floor with you. Level 2, put a foot on and the other foot and roll on. So your knees will have to come either side of the rower. Maybe try 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully come off to the side, just so you don't land on your important bits. Okay, the next 2, we'll go back to legs. And then I'm going to change the angle of the camera. I might change the rower actually, just to give you a better outlook of the couple of exercises after that. Don't forget though about simple things like your squats. So it is a long way down there, but you can practice dropping down and coming up. Dropping down, coming up. If it's too high, maybe put a cushion there. The idea is you want to tap it, not actually sit on it. So tap, come up, tap, come up. Watching what you do through the knees. So you don't want them together or apart. Knowing where that is, tap, come up. It's much more comfortable doing it sideways than it is doing it at this angle. Just be warned. Okay. This next one is looking at the stability of your knee and your hip from a sideways perspective. So foot on, you're sideways to the seat and the sliding part of the rower. Your bum's going to go backward. Your legs coming out to the side. So out to the side. As if I was doing that action. So you may or may not feel this a little bit into the adductors, the inner thighs. Come back, come in. Strong here. Lengthening out your arms. Hold it if you want to. Look at that flexibility. Bring it up. And obviously can change to the side. So you can do like a little circuit of these exercises. Good. Check what that knee's doing. Sticking your bum outward is important. Remember, if your heel's coming off the ground, you're taking your body weight forward. You need to go backward. Do the first couple quite cautiously, so you have got the opportunity to bring the seat back in case you get stuck and can't come back. So try just a few more. Good. Nice work, Jackie. Get a bit of a shake out. So you've got a few there to start with. Other options you can do with your rower, before I change the position, are your dips. So hands either side, bum off, dropping down and up. So dips are awesome to work with. Looking at the shoulder stability, so you don't want to be so far out here. You want to keep your spine close to the apparatus that you're dipping from. So to make it harder, you can obviously take your legs out straighter, put a foot on top, whatever. So think about that. So we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, the next one I actually don't have my bum to the camera, which could be a little bit awkward. Okay, back with you. The dog did not move that whole thing. So this one I really like. Again, I'm going to use the knee on here. Now you might find that you're going to have some contact with here, right into the top of the pubic bone. Again, you can move your knees away if you want to. So, shoulders back and down. It's a bit like doing what's called, I call them wheelbarrows with the fit ball. I like to cross my knees over, hands either side. Now, you won't catch your fingers unless your hands are right underneath. So just have them nicely gripping around the side. You'll find that's a bit more comfy through the wrist. Breathe in, go out. Now, the further I go, the closer my pubic bone comes to the apparatus. So what I want you not to do is come out and then bring your bum back. I want you to keep straight, a straight line from here to your knees. So I'm going to come back a little further and I keep straight. Shoulders back. So you're getting some stability work here through the upper body, and you're also getting some strength work through the core. Keep your bum squeezed to support your back. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Pelvic floor stays lifted. 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, because there's actually quite a lot of stability work there. Next one is a little bit more challenging in the fact that you're actually encompassing the upper body a bit further. So I've got my feet on the rower here. I'm going to trust myself, and because I'm a short person, I do find I get to the end a little bit longer than, say, someone taller. Breathe in all the way out. It's going to bump. Breathe in, bring it back. So stretch it all the way. Now I find this a really nice stretch, but this position coming back is a bit harder. So make sure you breathe out here. Breathe in, breathe out to come back. So stretch. Now you may then find you want to bump your toes up. Let's give you that little bit further to go. Keep control. Stretch it out. So there's a lot of stretching here through the hammies and also the upper back. Working through the core, making sure pelvic floor is lifted. Let's just try a couple more. Last set. Good. from here. You can actually just come out and stretch. So just drop down. Again, if you want more drop, you can come back a little further. Drop down. If I didn't have my hat on, I'd probably rest my forehead on the rower. Good. Come sideways. And stretch. Out and away. If you cross over your outside foot over that inside leg, you're going to feel a little bit more stretch down through the waist here. Now I'm going to lean my thigh and encourage myself to go further. But my outside knees come off, so I'm going to come back and put it back down because I want to increase my stretch but leave this knee on the ground. So I'll show you that from the other way in a moment. Back up. So I took my outside foot over. I was close. I stretch out, but I want to leave outside knee on the ground. So I'm going to lean onto it a bit more now. Stretch. And as your flexibility and your lengthening ability increases through the side body, you'll be able to take that further. Okay. Sitting onto your little foam bit. Hopefully you've got a bit more of a picturesque area than your garage. I've got my foot in the centre. Probably should lean, I should get my bum in the centre and lean forward. So here, you can just stretch and reach. And just try the other side. Nice work. Alright. Got my legs apart, sitting on the foam, stretching through and coming back. Couple more. Good, good. Okay, another one that's really good to do for the back of your legs. So I'm sitting onto the little foam cushion and put a foot on here and lift up. So dig your heels in, open the chest, out you come, in, out. So really working here through the hamstrings. Try and keep your body weight over your shoulders and hands in alignment. That's a better way to say that. Rather than take your body all the way forward, which is quite stressful on your shoulders. Keep over the top. Good. If you want to make it a bit more of a fuller movement, you would move closer and lift up. Just making sure, of course, you don't get in the way of making the rower run smoothly. You don't want to hit it with your bum or your bits. Nice. So this is actually quite a hard one on your hammies. Nice. So let's go. What's a good number? 10, 9, 8, 7. Bit of shoulder stability here required. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Okay, so I'm back on top, but I'm sort of sitting part way in the middle with a little bit of rotational stretch. So I'm going to be able to squeeze my feet here to give me some stability. Opposite hand, then reach around and find the other side of the rower and stretch your body around. If you want to make it a bit harder, you can actually lean back a little further. You'll find that a bit different. Otherwise, keep it nice and tall. Have a play around with it. That's how we work out most of these exercises, by playing around with what works best for you on the day. Change other side. So squeeze your feet. Enjoy that stretch. Bring it back. Feet apart, last couple here, hands behind. Now the good thing is, the bum's gonna slide back as you come forward. Just be careful you don't face plant into here, so maybe sit a little bit further back into the seat. And stretch. Again, if I didn't have my hat on, you could rest your forehead on there. And then come in and opposite. You may also find you're getting a little bit of a hammy stretch depending upon your flexibility as you come into this position. Couple more. Good. Leg on top. This always reminds me of a campfire stretch. You have your little fire here, toasting your marshmallows or telling a good bushfire yarn. Again, if your legs are coming off the end of there, or you're close, you can always come back further. If they do come off the end, then I don't know what to say, because I'm probably incredibly jealous that your legs are that long. Obviously, if you want more stability, bump the seat to the back. Alrighty. Hope that gives you some extra suggestions to do while you're in isolation. Rowers are awesome things to have. If you're going to have any piece of apparatus in your house, I would recommend a rower, actually. Can do so many things with it, even though I do love my spin bike, wherever it is, over here. I think rowers are definitely a better option for overall home body equipment. Thanks, guys.